Hello everyone, this is Ashish and welcome back to the podcast we call Torq and Fire. Today I'm having with me Komal and we are going to have a discussion on spoken English or speaking skills in general. Is it right, Komal? How are you doing these days?
Yes, I'm doing pretty good.
So, we at the end of the podcast, we are going to bring up some of the currently
cases.
occurring topics and some of the questions that we have been asked in the comment section, in
we
Komal's
came across
Instagram and all.
nowadays. Yeah.
Right, so we are going to discuss that just like the podcast. Basically, I was telling it to Komal today too that a podcast cannot go till like 100 podcasts with each episode having a specific topic. We are going to run out of topics. So basically, over time, we'll have to make it generalized that it is just episode 200 or 300. Hope we reach it. Okay.
We are going to make it big.
Yeah. And what we are going to do, like always, Komal will be doing the tough job and I'll be doing the easy job. Komal has gathered some material that basically the difference between her way of speaking and I have literally gotten tired by telling her that her way of speaking is good and a lot of people also compliments her in the comment section. It's just that my fluency is faster. It's almost like I take the art aspect and she takes the science aspect of speaking. So when she speaks, she's having better grammar. And when I speak, I make a lot of mistakes.
And better vocab.
Yeah, better vocab too, like I said.
More precisely.
Yeah. So that is why today Komal is going to give every now and then her tips of common mistakes that people make, grammatical mistakes. And I'm sure that I'll be the first to learn from her. Because I also make a lot of mistakes and people have pointed it out and I've told them that, yeah, I'm going to work on it. And I'm going to work on it like any of the greats in the history of human mankind has worked or learned from, like from YouTube videos. So I'm going to watch a lot of grammatical error and all that. Yeah. And you're going to tell me somewhere on like 5 or 6 mistakes.
So basically, you are going to dominate this podcast, right?
No, I'm going to dominate this podcast like always.
Yeah. No, it's not true. Zyada khush mat ho tum. Okay, so basically we are yin and yang, right?
Yeah.
So you are good in fluency. Yeah, so damn good in the fluency, and I'm good. I think I'm good in grammar and this vocab and all.
At least
right?
you don't make mistakes in grammars. I make that constantly and shamelessly.
While speaking, sometimes I make it, right?
Yeah.
But like
sometimes
I try to improve
sometimes the mistake is like you'll say it and after that you're editing and you see, why the hell did I say that?
Exactly. That's what happens when I see, oh God, like once I said that I went there. I said I want there.
I want.
When I was seeing that video, I was like, why the hell did I say that?
Yeah. So that is something else that your brain says something when your tongue works something. Like that is a kind of disease, I think. But anyways.
But that goes by practice and practice.
So I think that is going to be a perfect combination that she is going to talk about the grammar side and the good artist.
Perfect combination too. We are wearing white.
Like always. Like, sometimes it happens without us even trying. Yeah. So I don't even have a proper idea how it is going to proceed, but I'm somehow having faith on my calibers as a speaker to dominate.
Like he does not even count me.
Okay, we'll start with you.
Okay.
What is a new word that you're going to teach our audience over here?
That is a very good. Like I'm very fond of new words, right? So people must be thinking that why I'm saying that. What are you doing?
Yeah,
okay.
You were reading this book, no? She underlines and all that.
I have this habit in me that whenever I see new word, I try to incorporate it with my sentences, right?
And she does it pretty well.
Yeah, and I practice it a lot so that it comes in my muscle memory and like that.
Yeah.
Right? Like whenever I tend to use such type of things, my philosophy is like that my mind should come up with that new word. Like that, I was wearing this Nambi Narayan's book, which is our like current favorite.
You were reading this.
Yeah. So,
you said you were wearing this.
Oh God! Then again, slip of tongue. It was slip of tongue, right?
Yeah.
So I was reading it, right? So you made me conscious now. So we are like the current favorite of ours, right?
Yeah, that is something that I want. Yeah. It is not my current favorite because I've not started reading it. Today I was doing a lot of research because other two books you see over there is number 1 ISRO, A Personal History, and the second one is Wings of Fire by APJ Abdul Kalam. I've read both of them. I was doing a little bit of research so that I can make a video on his history of ISRO. This is a book that I bought a long time ago, but Komal actually started reading it.
Yeah, so I have this habit that I underline the words which I find very fascinating, right? So now I'll focus on my words, what I'm saying, right? So yeah, so many words I found it in one of the podcasts before the podcast, right?
Yeah.
So I underlined many words and then I try to incorporate those words.
Yeah, she'll do it intentionally.
Yeah, I do it intentionally that I want to use that word somehow another way, right? I have to use it like that. I just learned that word, that is vernacular, right? So I didn't know the meaning. So vernacular means regional something, like vernacular newspaper means if I live in Maharashtra, so all newspapers which are
Marathi
local
will be.
newspapers, that would be called that vernacular newspapers. So I read that in a book, right? In that novel, right?
Yeah, this one
So
only.
yeah, this one only. So that podcast, which was where we were talking about NEP.
Educational system.
Yeah, so I was up to only this thing that I have to use this word. Like then only I'll get used to it.
Yeah,
no.
yeah.
So then I came when I was talking about this, that foreign universities can come to these now vernacular institutes will be having competition. So I use that word. So that's how you grow with words. That's how you incorporate words. That's how you learn it, right? And it beautify full sentence, right? It beautify how you speak when you try to incorporate new words, right? So that's the beauty of speaking.
Yeah, it is actually, what I say is it is increasing the artistry of speaking. That is why there's an art aspect of speaking too. Okay, you can speak, you can use a lot of words, but there are a lot of things. For example, you are going to use two similar sounding words, okay, like stupendously superb, right?
Yeah.
That will sound good. So
you taught me.
there's an art to that also. If that SS are going to repeat again and again, it's going to sound better to the person who are listening. So definitely you want to capture the attention, and what we are doing basically having your attention for like an hour, okay, and it is very important at that time to add that art aspect. Now, a lot of people thinking that I have to use new words, they are going to use extremely difficult words also, like Shashi Tharoor level difficult, okay? And it will be so difficult that will be decreasing the mood of the audience. So there's an optimum level that use new words, but a word that maybe they would have heard it someplace or the other, it is back in their mind somewhere or the other. And you incorporate that, and there's an art aspect to that. Okay. Also, it is very important that what Komal does is something that I've never done. Okay, looking for the new words and trying to memorize it. That is a limitation of my way of speaking. I think I should incorporate that. One thing that plays into the advantage of Komal is that she's having a very good memory, all right? And that is required for you to have that bank of words. But the same word, if you keep on using again and again, no, it becomes your word. All right.
Exactly.
So that is the thing. You have to utilize it whenever you try to speak next.
Exactly. Okay? So that's what I do, Ashish. I always come up with new words, and I just love it using new words. It's not like some people find it like, why are you using so sophisticated words when people can't understand it? Like, it's not about people can't understand it. It's more about yourself, because like when people will listen to it, when people will hear those words, right? So what they'll do, they'll try to search it up. They'll also learn new words, right? So I also posted one post on Instagram that if like there's always something which you can learn from someone, right? So that is, if you can't learn anything from someone, just learn some words from them.
Yeah, see, basic dictionary that a common person has, no, it is very, very limited to continuously talk. Okay, I also find that whatever word I've used so far, my conversation is sufficient to transmit information, all right? But at some point it will become monotonous. Like
it becomes boring then. I feel like if I'm using the same word again and again, like it is quite certain, it's quite certain. So it's kind of boring. Like I came up with new word that it's quite irrefutable. It looks so good. It sounds so good.
And I understand that perfectly, that what you mean. So people do understand that.
Exactly.
They will get the meaning of that, but they will also get that different tint of a different word over there. It is almost like you are writing a song over there. Yeah. Sounds good, right? If a rapper keeps on mumbling the same words, you'll get bored, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like so that the same lyrics are again and again in the same song, in the different songs, right?
Yeah, and that is the thing with Eminem. Do you know? You listen to plenty Eminem, right? But you might not be knowing that he used to carry around with a dictionary.
You told me, I know now.
Okay. Now you know, or you already...
Yeah. No, you told me once, and
Okay.
from, like, since then only I know.
So we literally had the whole dictionary memorized. That is how your rapping is, like high density concentration of words, no? So you have to have the highest vocabulary of words. Plus it should rhyme. So if it has to rhyme, then you should be knowing a lot of words, right? So that is what he used to do. Anyways, I'm going to start doing that too, reading more and more books. Now, a lot of people prefer these days to listen to audio books and all that, but reading will always remain that.
Yeah, it's Ashish, it's not about just reading books. You can just like, there's always some Google's feed on your phone, right? You can just scroll through it and you'll get many articles by different pages. Just go through them and you'll see many words. I have this habit in me that whenever, even if in an article, I leave it at that moment only. I'll not finish it up. I'll leave it that moment only, and then I'll Google the word, and then I'll try to instill it within my memory that okay, this is the meaning, and also see how to incorporate it in sentence, right? So don't just take it like okay, because some words have proper things that they can be used with this preposition only and with these things only, right? So I always take into this consideration this fact that I always see the sentences also along with words, that how to incorporate it. If I have to use it in sentence,
that is given. Even if you type in Google, you'll find out.
That is like, you'll see a lot of examples, right? So I always leave the article and then jump over to Google and
she doesn't only do that for articles or books. She even does that while she's watching a movie also. If she finds a new word, then she will try to find out about it. That's a good habit that I think almost everyone should develop. Over time, that number of words in your dictionary should definitely increase. Okay. So for example, you know the meaning of the word dexterity?
Dexterity? No.
So see, I know that,
and I always make sure that whatever word I speak, I should know the spelling. Now tell me the spelling also.
I don't, because
this is so bad. This is so bad when it comes to speaking, Ashish.
I'm always trying to get into writing and all. These days I'm writing a lot, but Grammarly helps. And open, no sponsor, but still I'm going.
And he also gives his pages to me, like, just look at this thing, no, like, where is a grammatical mistake? Just
a few days ago, I made an Instagram post. I do not know. It was a picture with you only.
Yeah.
And over there, I wrote something, and my friend sent me a message that, bro, you have misspelled something or you have written something else. I'm so careless in that manner, no? That I'll write, I'll post also, and thousands of people are watching every post of mine. So,
with YouTube titles, you mess up with YouTube titles.
Yesterday also in thumbnail balance, I have written something else.
I saw that comment. I would just come across every comment.
Talking, I have written taking. So that is one thing. But see, the thing is that if I can say it, people can understand why to understand the spelling. But dexterity, if I think dexterity.
Dexterity.
I don't think it is
A. It should be like dexterity.
I don't think it is
dexterity or xe, something like that.
Dexterity, I think.
Dexterity, it should be dexterity.
Yeah, I was correct. Dexterity.
Okay.
Was I? I don't even remember. I have to remind and see that.
I was just focusing on mine.
Okay. But anyways, what is the meaning of that, ma'am?
I didn't know. I already told you.
Yeah, so this is something that I learned over listening to a lot of podcasts. So dexterity basically means how much control you're having. I'm a Taekwondo black belt. I'm having a very good dexterity with my legs. So I'm having very good command, right?
Okay.
So
I have a very good dexterity of chemistry.
Since you are a painter, you are having very good dexterity with paintbrush.
Okay.
Very good command, right?
I have very good dexterity with chemistry.
Yeah. Since she is chemistry major.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I was trying to say is that I don't try to remember words, but still, because I listened to one word and then I applied it again and again, then I kept on knowing that, okay, this is one word that I can use. Okay. And like my way of speaking is the simplest possible, but still every now and then I would come up with a word that most people might not have heard of. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But because the extreme huge amount of hours that I have spoken or I've listened to other content. So listening also helps, because
Yeah.
listening is definitely important, because you are getting the sentence also, you're getting the words, and if it is a podcast or a conversation, then it is almost like you get the whole package.
This thing goes in reverse with me. You know
Okay.
that he always prefers, whenever we want to see. He was thinking to buy Amazon
Yeah.
Audible, something like
Yeah,
that.
Audible.
So I was onto this thing. I was adamant on this thing that okay,
She's that,
no,
I
I
want
want to
Kindle.
read. Yeah, I want to read. I want to listen.
Because listening, the only thing is that you can multitask, right? So you are doing something, you can do something else also. For example, working out, running. It does not work for you, but it works perfectly for me.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. That it does not work with me. If I'm doing some work, I'll not even pay attention to anything else going around me.
But it
whether
definitely
if I'm-
decreases that efficiency.
Yeah.
Right? For example, you are sitting down with a book, you'll note it down. Like still that book that I've read, it still has a lot of things which are underlined. So if I just listen to it, then it will be not that efficient.
Yeah, Ashish, like when you see something, that's what, like when you see diagrams or when you see pictures, they are long lasting in your memories. When you see a word written somewhere, so that will be more long lasting in your memory.
Okay.
So that's the, I think, advantage of reading.
I thought you were
and
going
listening.
to. I think you were going to appreciate my fluency and ask me, Ashish, how did you gather this much
okay,
amount?
Ashish.
Isn't it?
मुझसे पूछ रहा है ये लड़का. ठीक है, चलो बताओ.
So fluency, it is the old thumb rule. I'm glad you asked that question. So fluency is an old thumb rule according to me, which I started a long time ago. I'm going to repeat it over here for a lot of old listeners, but for the new ones, I do not want to go through a full podcast without actually telling them the golden trick. So basically, this is what I used to do. I used to take a microphone using any phone, all right, connect it with earphone has microphone, and then put your recorder, turn on your recorder and put the earphone somewhere close to your collar, and then just start speaking on any topic. For example, during college also, I would think about, okay, this topic is interesting. For example, right now, new education policy. We are talking in front of so many people, but the topic also, you also have something to contribute now. So you start recording and just express yourself.
Yeah.
And that is going to just develop that ability of expressing yourself.
Yeah.
But the trick does not end over here.
Yeah.
The second part of the trick is that you also listen to that.
Exactly.
For example, what we are doing, it is super for us because we are going to record it, then we are only going to edit it until and unless this podcast becomes humongous and we are going to hire editors. But till then, we are able to
edit only the front and the last part. Don't think that
editing meaning we are obviously going to go through it, right? That what we have said till now, by now, like so far.
Okay.
In future, obviously, it is going to streamline continuously. But what I'm saying is, as making content on YouTube, it helps. But before that, also, if you listen to that, helped me a lot, because when you actually find out how you sound. For example, a lot of people will be thinking that I sound terrible, and when they listen, they're going to find out that it's not that bad at all.
That happened to me,
right?
Like, I told you, Ashish, when we were recording the very first podcast, I was like, okay, it did not go well. I was not speaking well. I was not, because I've not done something like that till now, right? And I was very much I was acting very absurd. New word again, instead of weird.
Yeah, it seems very different in your brain. Now also when I record a video, it does seem to me that it is not that good, but when I watch it, it is much better than I
plus
thought.
I motivate you, then it goes well.
I've deleted so many videos which should have come out just because I thought that it is not good enough. And like for example, that you remember I was in Delhi, I think it was 15th August last year, and I showed you a broken video, like I was still recording with myself.
Oh God, that video, I still remember,
and at
I just loved that video.
And at the end, you remember, I said, fuck this video, man. I tore the script and threw it away. Okay, and that video was going pretty fine. But what I'm saying is, you need to listen to how you sound. And some people, I'm fantastic. And when you listen to yourself, okay, I need to bury this, right? And that is why you are going to find out what mistakes you do. You're going to find out what is something that you are doing which is good. So you're going to carry on with good, and you're going to remove the mistakes. And that is the perfect closed loop cycle that is going to cause improvement to the way you speak, and that is definitely something that helped me. So it is basically, I say that if you want to improve, let us say in playing football, you can do two things: either stay alone and practice a lot, or directly get into the field and play. You directly get into the field and you will get hurt, you'll be made fun of, but you are also going to learn the same thing.
Exactly.
Or you can stay alone and practice. So what I prefer is directly do what you want to do, and the more you do, you'll become better at that.
Yeah, so Ashish, the point comes down to only one point, that listening is very important along with speaking,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And I have this bad habit in me that I do not listen that much. I think that is very much problem with girls.
Another thing,
Yeah, but
in the
I'm practicing it a lot. I'm improving it. Like podcast is helping me a lot in this. That
yeah.
I first listen to you, then only I try to speak. Sometimes I mess up, but I usually take care of this thing. Yeah, nowadays.
Yeah, that is like art of conversation is completely different. One can continuously keep on speaking, and once he or she has to have a conversation, then
Exactly.
that is also something that is difficult for me also. When I started doing podcast and all that, I was not earlier not doing it. I think last 3-4 months only I've started like 5 podcasts all at the same time.
Yeah.
But then I found out that having conversation is a little bit more difficult, because over there you have to listen on spot and respond to that. So that also requires a little bit of practice.
Okay, Ashish, I was just thinking when you were saying these things that you have a very good fluency. But then I was thinking about mine. That, okay, I have the average one. Okay, fine.
It's not
So,
average, it's above average.
It's okay. Like it can work.
Let him
Basically,
let
like,
her
it's
know down in the
workable.
comment section.
Like it is workable, right?
Yeah.
So like it can work. I can communicate to others easily, right? So basically I was thinking that how did I develop it?
Yeah.
So I
Tell
just,
them the story, because I know it.
basically
Back in school also you were participating in a lot of
in
speech
a
and
lot
all.
of competitions, in speech competitions, in inter-school competitions, right? I belong to a school, and I belong to actually area where people are not even able to speak pure Hindi, right?
Yeah. A lot of people might not be knowing this, and I
Yeah.
should have started the podcast with this only, but as you know, I'm a terrible host, so I'm going to say it right now after 23 minutes, that she belongs from Haryana, and people over there really have a tough time speaking in English.
Yeah, they can't even speak pure Hindi in a proper manner, right? So they'll be extra focusing on words, and you can easily get to know that he or she belongs to Haryana just by knowing their tone, right? So I personally, maybe because I grew up in Punjabi area, like I was surrounded by Punjabi people,
And
or
Punjab
like
is
that.
also not a place where you'll find a lot of
Yeah,
good spoken English.
they focus extra on words like that.
Okay.
Copper. They'll cite copper. It's copper, right? They'll cite copper.
Their accent is different.
Yeah, accent is
The
different.
way
So,
they say particular words are different.
So basically, I didn't want that to instill in myself, right? So I was, since beginning only, I was very much inclined towards language learning, different language learning, and still I'm into that, right? So English was at the top of that, right? So I was very much fond of English. So I always try to communicate in English when I'm in English classes, like that, reading articles, reading newspapers. So so what I did when I went to Delhi also, still I was not that much confident, but that I instilled it later on when I started reading a lot of stuff, lot of articles, and a lot of current blogging pages which are trending, right? So I instilled in that way. I never practiced it like you did. That's why I like it in that way.
Yeah.
So
our method
that.
was completely different.
Exactly.
Like, I did almost like an accident. Like I started writing like a diary entry. And then I thought that it is too boring, and it is better to just speak up and record whatever happened throughout the day. It is going to stay like a documentary with you forever. So I still have those recordings back in 2013, 2014, where I sound super terrible. And that helped me to improve over time, that I'm basically monitoring myself. So obviously.
Okay. I have one question, Ashish, right? Tell me how much your school played role in improving your English?
Zero.
Like okay, same with
Zero.
like although my school was good, that used to lay emphasis on English, but nobody was that serious because most of people belonged to this rural area and they were still struggling to speak in pure Hindi, and people there they'll literally take Aarti ki thal aur wo, and they'll take that stuff. If you'll start speaking in English, in pure Hindi, that's the thing, you that much educated. Because I always communicate in Hindi and I belong to pure Haryanvi background. When I go to my relatives' house or something like that, I always talk in this manner only, and they're like, okay, how much educated you are, like that, in completely off mine and like that. So I feel that, okay, they don't even know that what is the whole picture, right?
Okay, I must say that in that sense, I'm from a better environment. Okay, so I got helped by my environment a lot. Sure, I was from English medium school, but I was not good at spoken English until I was like in third year of college. Okay, and that is the sole reason for that is that I started practicing. And you know, in CBSE board, in ICSE board, I understand. My sister is from ICSE board. They'll focus a lot. Even my roommate back in college, he was also in ICSE board, and they'll take huge amount of pride that the amount of excellence they have in spoken English, and they'll almost take it to a battle. They will even go, it's almost like a rap battle. And I had a lot of them with my sister, with my roommate, that they do want to prove that they are better than you, right?
Actually,
so that helped me a lot. All right, having those conversations with them, that every now and then she's going to prove that she speaks so well, and I'm going to try, and as always I'm going to mess up. And the same kind of dynamics happened with my roommate also. So over there, after time, I kept on improving on that. I also took it to my ego that I want to become better at this.
Yeah, you know, Ashish, this thing happened to me when this ICSE board students, they gave me impetus.
Okay.
Like, I used to think
please explain what is impetus, because I don't know.
Impetus is boost. Like, it gives boost. Like, they gave me boost to enhance my communication skills, right? So it is IMPETUS, right?
Perfect. Like I said, the science aspect of spoken English.
Yeah. So basically, like, they used to speak in fluent English with like sophisticated words and with the current trending words, which once they say, and then I'll start listing it from random people and then say, how come I didn't know that word, right? So I was in so much, like, I used to feel little bit underconfident that I don't know that much good English or that much good communication skills in starting, right? Although I had the decent level, but not that much they were having, right? They belong to ICSE board, right? They belong to ICSE board, and I didn't even know what is ICSE board was.
They take
right?
it super seriously, you know.
And they are talking,
have to
and
always
they'll treat
talk
you
in
like,
English.
oh God, you are inferior, we are superior.
No, if you look at the environment, I think your brother also was from CBSE board also.
Yeah.
But I have gone into a convent school and they'll take it so seriously. Like, you are
I
not
know.
going to listen to even a single sentence in Hindi throughout the day.
They'll
right?
punish you. They'll put a fine. Although my school also, they used to put a fine, but nobody took it seriously.
We don't have sufficient money. We cannot pay the fine.
My school was good, like regarding this, regulating all these things, but nobody
But
paid
you did
attention.
participate in some of those speeches and all, no?
Yeah, I
in
won
school.
also.
And I did not do any such thing throughout my school life. So throughout my school life, in the attendance, you know, some of the smart kids will be coming to the stage, and she was pretty good student throughout the school life, right?
Yeah, that's why I never have this stage fear. If you'll stand me up in front of 1,000 people, I can easily communicate.
Yeah, so that is something that you grew up with,
Yeah.
right? But I'm trying to explain to some people who, like, majority would not have grown up like that.
You should say more on that, because you develop that.
Yeah, so throughout the school life or throughout like half of the college life, in college also I never went to stage.
Yeah.
I think the first time I touched the stage to talk to a lot of people was during my BARC training school, during that Dale Carnegie program. And Sarah ma'am was the mentor over there. She called me on stage, and it was a different kind of feeling that everything is shaking. I forgot 100%. And first time it was not even a stage. I had to just stand up from my seat, and every eye turned towards me, like at least 50 people turned towards me, and it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Right. And then the second time I went to stage was in that only. Third time maybe somewhere over there also. And then, you know, I started doing seminars, and the highest crowd that till this day I have spoken in front of was 300 people. That was during ISRO induction training program.
Yeah.
And it was humongous. The hall that can have the capacity of 300 people, you understand.
Yeah.
But by that time, I have few tricks down my sleeves, and I'm pretty sure that this podcast will not be sufficient. Maybe we'll talk about it some other day, that how can you eliminate that stage fear.
Okay.
There are definitely some certain tricks that anyone can use.
Yeah.
Maybe in the later phases of this podcast, if you remind me, I'm going to explain those also.
Yeah.
Right. But I grew like that. But over time, I think the best thing that you can do is take those opportunities whenever you like. This is what she did also.
Exactly.
That you take those opportunities whenever you can go to the stage. Like, okay, nobody is going to gain anything. You are not going to lose anything. Just take that opportunity, and there's something that you are going to gain. That experience, that counts a lot. Whenever you are having a situation when you are afraid of.
Yeah, you should take it as opportunity. Like, okay, what will happen? Same thing with you. You told me, no, Ashish, that this is the best thing whenever you are very afraid of doing something. And if someone you are very afraid of going to the stage, just go first. Like, because you should face your fear, right? So
you understand, Komal watches my video more frequently than any of you guys. She's my biggest fan. Okay, so right now what?
Stalker also. I know each one of you. Okay, I'm like Ashish, that guy or that girl has commented that on your video. Now she or he is commenting like that on your video, like that only.
There's a very close competition between her and my mother, but I think my mother would lose. That she does not go as far as looking at every comment and all. Okay.
I immediately, like, the moment he puts up his video on YouTube, I'll start liking the comments which I like, okay, good content.
Which are in favor
Ashish.
of mine.
Yeah, so the moment you get the first like immediately after the video has put up on the platform, that is from me. That is me.
Okay. Now, I'm not going to thank you or anything because that is going to be too shallow. All right. It is much deeper than that. Anyways, moving forward, what is the next word okay, let's come to the grammatical mistakes.
Let's do it on alternate basis. That would be more interesting.
Yeah. So, grammatical mistake, the most point out one grammatical mistake that I make all the time.
I know. The biggest mistake which I always lay emphasis on, do not use did and then third form. Like you say, I did not knew what was happening, I did not knew where to go, like that. And I have seen so many people doing, like, even the native speakers and the advanced level speakers, they end up committing this type of mistake, and especially this mistake. And I get freak out when someone says, I did not knew. Like, what the hell? It's did not. I don't know. I have the problem when someone speaks this in bad way, in wrong way. I get offended. I don't know why. So
I made a video on speak flawless English.
Yeah.
And I started that video when I did not knew.
My type, like people like me.
That video was a sponsored video. The sponsors must be like.
I'm like grammar Nazis. Like some grammar Nazis will be there. They
are going to kill you.
Yeah, I'm like that only. Like I have OCD problem also, like with cleanliness and like that. So I think this habit also got instilled from there. Right? You know that, right? So basically people end up committing this mistake that they did not knew. Like that. You do not have to use third form with did. Like you have to use it like that. I did not know what was happening there. Like that.
The way I understood is that once you have talked about one word in past, do not use the second word also in past.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I was terrible in grammar, man. Seriously, I never understood tenses and verbs and all that.
No, it's not like that, Ashish. It's also like some words are I got stabbed. So two past are there. So you
that
can
is perfect.
Use it. Yeah, that is perfect.
No, what is the difference then?
No, with did, like with these type of forms. With did and like that. I did know. Like that. I did have. Like
other than did?
Then it's okay. I told you. I got wondered by the fact.
What are the words other than did, along with which you cannot use another past tense? For example, you got stabbed. So we are using past. Right.
I don't know much about adjective, noun and all. I just know like these things like this only after reading so many things.
No. It is like you have to know certain things. When it comes to English and when it comes to grammar, like this is done like this. For some reason, you are never going to find out.
I just know after that you can't use third form. That's it.
Okay, when you do that, they are exactly going to listen.
I'm so sorry.
extremely sorry for that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I hope you got it. I hope that I'm never going to make that mistake again. I actually knew she had warned me that you make these mistakes, and then I decided to do that shit show on the video that I should not have done. Speak flawless English in the beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
But anyways, the next thing that I want to talk about, that let us talk about stage fear. Okay.
Yeah.
If someone asks you
Yeah.
how to eliminate stage fear, what are you going to tell them?
Face the fear. That's the first thing.
Okay.
Like you have to first, it's all mental game. Like if you I'll try to correlate it with tickling. If I tickle you, and if you'll get like like uneasy, because you'll get tickled now. But if you have this mental aspect in your head that okay, what will happen? Nothing will happen. I can control it. That's what I do. Whenever I tickle you, you start getting uneasy. But when you tickle me, it's very hard that I get uneasy. Like it's very rare, right?
Okay,
because I have this mental aspect in my mind that I set it mentally, like nothing will happen. I have to control it like that. I also get this tickling feeling, but I control it.
Some people
and
say
same
that
with this thing speaking. Same with speaking. If you put it mentally that no one is what will happen? You'll mess up. You'll just stop. You'll take a pause, and it's okay. You're communicating. It's the medium of conversation, right? You are just trying to deliver your thoughts in front of public, in front of an audience. So it's completely okay to mess up sometimes. It's okay. Just face the fear.
You have heard this. Some people say that whenever you're afraid, just imagine the whole crowd, all of them are naked. To me, that is like, I'll be even more freaked out. Like I'm talking in front of naked people. So that does not work for me. But there will be 2 tips that I'm going to give you guys. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to forget about the second one. Let us think.
Do they align with mine?
No.
Okay.
So yours is like, do more of what you're afraid of. That definitely works. Okay.
Yeah.
That
And
works.
also set your mind mentally that okay, nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah. But
basically it's all mental game, no? You'll think and then you'll speak. That comes after practice, that you are thinking and speaking simultaneously, because that processing is taking place in seconds, right? In nanoseconds, like that only. Fine.
Yeah.
So, but that also comes after practice only, when you think mentally. But if you set your mind like that, in that way, then everything will ease up.
Yeah, basically what you can say is that set your mind like that multiple times. So first time you are going to think that nothing will happen, you go to stage and something will happen. Okay, then you are going to walk out with shame.
Or like prepare yourself for the worst. Like something like that happens also, it's okay. I'll start again.
Basically, if you stop caring about other people, then that is like an elevated level. Okay.
And I always do this.
Yeah.
Ashish, I think I have grown myself up like that only. I always think like that whenever I get I get into an uneasy situation. I always think like that, what will happen? Nothing will happen like that. If I mess up, or if something gets wrong in another way which I planned, then it's okay, I'll handle it.
Okay, so let me talk about my tip.
Yeah.
Both the tips are connected only. So I'll explain the philosophy properly, how to not be scared, or basically what you can say is eliminate butterflies in your stomach when you're talking in front of a lot of people. So the prime reason why I found out that why people are afraid when talking, when they're standing on stage, is that a lot of eyes are looking at them, right? If a lot of eyes all of a sudden turn toward you, then people are not comfortable with that much amount of attention, right?
Okay.
So what will happen, that all of a sudden you'll get nervous. Okay. So first understand that those 50 eyes that are turning towards you, it is not that they are going to judge you right now. The main reason is that you are at the center of attraction. So they are going to look, they are expecting you to say something and talk about something. So they are going to listen to you, right? Now, how you can deal with this now? Your brain, if you give it sufficient amount of time to get accustomed with so many eyes looking at you, then it will have a better time speaking and having better confidence. All right. Okay. So what you basically need to do when you go to stage now, you should not start speaking all of a sudden. Okay. Give it some time and then let it get accustomed to so many people looking at you. So what I like to do when I get into stage, like for example, that time I said 300 people were looking, okay? And I had to represent my center over there.
I remember that day.
Yeah, so I had to go to the stage and then talk. So what I did, no, while walking only, I was looking at the crowd because I knew that I'm having limited amount of time, so I'll not get like 10
Yeah.
seconds of just looking at them. Okay, so while going also, I made myself very accustomed that, okay, look at the surrounding, you have to talk in front of them.
Yeah.
And when I got into the stage over there also, I did not started speaking all of a sudden. Another thing is that you are going to make the most amount of mistakes and you are going to mess up the most in the beginning.
Yeah.
It becomes much easier as you move forward throughout because your tongue is getting accustomed, everything is getting better, right?
Yeah.
So let your eyes get accustomed and also give yourself sufficient amount of time to start. All right, do not start with fifth gear, start with first gear, go slow, and once you gain momentum, you increase the pace.
Yeah, you also talked to me regarding that aspect of speaking, that in beginning when we were recording our first podcast.
Okay, yeah.
We were.
I do not remember saying that.
Second podcast.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was finding it a little bit difficult. We were like again shooting it again and again because we were messing it up.
Yeah.
So you all and I was a little bit disheartened that okay, I'm not doing well because you are pretty well good speaker and I was not basically.
So basically we have never done like recording it again after 30 minutes.
Yeah.
We often have to do that in the beginning. Earlier we used to do that.
In the 3 to 4 minutes we are messing it up and then we are taking another shot, right? So you only told me that it happens in the beginning. The once we'll start it, we'll have the momentum.
It has the
right?
moment of
and
inertia.
I think Ashish, you talked about this thing, no, that speaking, right? So I think most of the YouTubers, they also get discomfort. What?
Yeah,
They also
YouTubers
they
are
also
not.
get nervous.
YouTubers are definitely not good speakers, man. There are so many big YouTubers when they have like millions of subscribers, and when they come actually physically in front of crowd, they are like terrible.
Because the problem is that you will see, most of you must not be knowing about the cuts. Just pay more attention to the screen. You will see after every 5 seconds, you will
30
see the
seconds or
cuts.
45 seconds.
Even 5 seconds also we have seen. No, Ashish, after every 5 seconds someone is putting cuts, or after 30 seconds. I have never seen anyone speaking except Ashish without cuts. And I also do
you
it.
also like
I
very
don't like
adamant
it.
about that
I
from the
don't
beginning.
like it. Since the very first video
also.
I was not you asked me that it's okay to put a cut.
In the beginning at least.
It's okay to put a cut. But I was not comfortable that okay, I want to speak fluently in one go.
Because that is natural connection. If I'm sitting in front of you, I'm not going to have any cuts, no. So that way also when someone is watching your video, it is like a connection only. You put that cuts, no, it becomes something else.
Yeah.
Right?
And some people do it so smoothly that you won't even realize that it is a cut.
Yeah. Whenever they have to cut, no, they will not change their positions
or like that. So that cut, you'll not even realize when that cut go.
There was a girl who was, I will not take her name, but she makes so perfect cuts because because I've edited hundreds of video, I can easily find out that this is where the cuts are, but normal people will never find out.
Even I was facing problem in like finding out where the cuts are. Like I always pay attention to if I have to judge someone like how good the video is, something like that, I always pay attention on this fact also, how many cuts that video is having. Basically, like if it is one short film or something, like obviously that would be having cuts, but if it is any simple video where you have to deliver your thoughts, right? So there I always pay attention. Like one famous YouTuber, I won't name him, but yesterday only we were saying
came to the stage.
And
don't like, even have proper body
language.
We are not going to take the name at all.
Okay,
but still I'm going to say, because listeners can understand something about talking in front of multiple people. Okay, so this YouTuber just has a book released, comes to the stage, talks about that book, and done a good job, worked very hard, book is published right now. I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at the way that this person addresses to so many people. The body posture was wrong. That if you are on a stage, I've also delivered a lot of talks in front of multiple people. The body posture does matter a lot. And this is the thing with body posture. It shows, it is the clear-cut litmus test for the confidence or the amount of fear that you're having inside you. So if you are going to be afraid, you're going to lean against something.
And like doing this and doing this, like distracting yourself so that you don't have to connect with the audience anymore, and you are
not looking at the audience
and not looking at them. So that is a big thumbs down, right? So, and also one thing that I think confidence can be seen from eyes only, Ashish. Like you can see who is confident. Like people can pretend to be confident, but they are not. Like that YouTuber only we were talking about just now, that he was not. He was pretending to be very confident like that, but from his eyes it was completely visible. As I can differentiate that
because
who is not.
I've been on stage, and you have also been on stage multiple times. I've also trained a lot of people to be in that situation, so I understand very clearly that this person is actually afraid. Not only from eyes, even from the shake in his voice. No, I can understand, right? That this person is not. What is the reason behind that? That person talks to thousands of people every day, but is not accustomed to doing that physically. And I'll tell you this: you can become an expert in making videos and all that, but it is very important for you to be that person in the real life. Okay?
Yeah, and you'll see a huge difference between the content online and when you'll see those people live. Right?
Even there was a video. There was a girl made a video specifically. Now these are still small YouTubers compared to what she was making videos on, like PewDiePie. She even picked out on that these people are not that confident at all when it comes to being at public. And obviously, like, it is not,
because they put several cuts, and they like in room they'll put a camera and they'll start shooting. No one is there, right? And they are not even making it in one go. They are doing it several times within a 5-minute video only, right? So that kind of, if you like, if the same person goes in front of an audience like around 1,000 number of people, in front of them, so obviously he or she will mess up because they are never accustomed to this thing, right?
Yeah, and it is important that you interact properly in the real world as well.
Exactly.
Okay, how long are you going to stay behind the camera? That is why I did a lot of seminars before this COVID and all hit, but I always want to do more and more of that, because that is never going to get replaced. Like I always say, no, I have taken classes in offline also, like attended those classes. And then I have taken classes as a teacher in offline interface. It is not the same at all. All right. So ultimately, that is very, very important that you become better at that. Okay. Moving to enough serious conversations. One fun question.
Okay.
Does having good spoken English helps in impressing girls? Now I think the answer will be different for different girls, right?
Yeah, but hardly 2 to 3% girls are there who does not get affected by someone's communication skills.
So you are saying that it does work?
Yeah, it does work. Like not only with girls, also with boys. Right?
In India, obviously, we are talking about that.
In India, obviously, because in India it works. If like even a person, like even if a girl doesn't even pay attention to that guy, and if like someday that guy comes up and start, hey girl, how are you? Like that only, that girl will like, okay, what
literally
happened to
change.
him? Like, okay, now we are friends, like that. I've seen those girls, right? And I've seen boys also, like. So like
boys, we are not trying to
girls and boys like that. I'm not offending anyone. I'm sorry.
And also boys, we are not giving you special motivation to start becoming better at spoken English. Because, it was just a fun question.
Because right? I have lived with so-called South Delhi girls also, and with completely rural background girls who didn't even get good schooling, and with medium levels, like with every type of person I have lived, right? So I know, I have experience, like I hold this experience that I know some people are there, many girls are there who get affected by the communication skills of boys. Okay, moving on to the next one. You have any new words to teach us about, or grammatical errors that you want mine to be fixed? Grammatical error or word? I think we should go with word now. Okay, we are going to go with word. Yeah, it's I'm confused between two words. What should I come up with first? Okay, I'll say this one because this is my personal favorite. That is paroxysm. I'm saying it sophisticatedly because it sounds more good. It's like paroxysm of joy. Like I had paroxysm of joy the moment I cracked that deal. Like paroxysm is immense quantity. Is it? Sudden outburst. Okay, outburst. Okay. Yeah, it outbursts like. And the spelling is PARAOXSYM. Yeah, OXYSM. I often have paroxysm of anger when I see dumb YouTubers getting million subscribers. Yes. Yeah, it's good word. You can use it. Like you can use it and it looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Okay. So is there anything else you want to add, or any other quality of spoken English that you want listeners
Yeah,
to?
I have so many things in my mind. Like grammatically, people always say this thing like today morning I woke up in the morning and went for a walk.
Woke up in the morning.
Yeah, you can never use today morning. Like it does not go that way. You should never say that today morning. You should always say like the current past moment. Like you should always use this morning.
Okay,
like
this morning.
afternoon. And one other thing people always I have seen people doing that. So that the flight is leaving in 10 minutes. Right, the show is beginning in 10 minutes or in half an hour. So that is wrong. Like whenever you have pre-planned or current situation, like the flight, if you have pre-planned schedule, right, you always use present tense for it, not present continuous. Like is leaving is present continuous, right? So you have to use simple tense, present simple tense, right? You have to use that flight leaves in 10 minutes or the show begins in half an hour. Like that. You are not this is completely wrong to say that show is beginning in half an hour. That is completely wrong.
Because we already knew the schedule, is it?
Yeah, that is pre-planned schedule and that is happening in present.
Even if you do not know, that has been planned already.
Yeah, that is pre-planned and that is happening in present.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what.
Okay, that's another one.
Yeah.
I cannot remember of any other thing that I can add. Should we do something like we have to talk about some current topics also? Should we end it with something else, or do you have something in your mind?
I have so many things. Like
yeah, that is the thing.
This will be never ending.
Yeah, I think there will be another of how to improve spoken English podcast sometime later. A lot of you guys actually.
We'll do a game where Ashish will be asking me some words. How about this? You will be asking me some words and I'll be telling the meaning, and same with me. I'll be asking the same to you.
Nah, because we'll have to prepare beforehand.
No, we can do it on random basis also.
No, because I saw a dumb YouTuber doing that.
We will do it.
Nah.
There's some dumb YouTuber. you are emulating my copy step.
You know, I had an idea of making a video, my message to parents, and then some other YouTuber made that video, and I've not.
Look, what's wrong with this guy? I'll not make that video because that guy has that dumbass mate has made video on that. Like, it does not go like that.
It does go like that with me.
No.
Original content, ma'am. Even though it is your original content.
Now it's on my ego that I'll make you put that video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Yes. Challenge given.
So we are going to discuss few more about spoken English in some other podcast. Maybe there will be a sequel to it. Depends completely on you. Ladies and gentlemen listening or watching to this podcast, let us know down in the comment section. Of course, if you are on Spotify or other platforms, audio platforms, you'll have to come over here to the daddy of all the YouTube video platforms, that is YouTube, and let us know down in the comment section. Other than that, we are going to move on. There are some immediate things that are happening over here, some current things that are happening that needs our attention. Komal is still mad at me.
Yeah, if you had continued that conversation, I would have ended up like Sakura and Naruto.
Me being Sakura.
No, me being Sakura.
Okay.
Yeah.
Non-Naruto fans, rest in peace. Now.
No, we'll see many comments of Hashirama and Madara and Itachi and everyone.
I made a video of having a sage mindset.
Okay, who's your favorite character of Naruto?
Rock Lee.
Rock Lee?
No, guy. I think it would be guy.
We are thinking to make one podcast like the important lessons we learned from Naruto. There are deep meanings.
Deep meanings, and that all those words and ideas and everything by a single man. Okay.
I'm very much, like I have this, I still remember those words of guy. I'll not say here only. I'll say that in another podcast.
Okay.
I still remember. I always keep saying it. No, there's a difference.
Yeah.
Got it.
There's a difference between.
No, don't say it now.
Okay, we are going to have another podcast, I think, on Talks, because that channel is on martial arts, so it will be closer. So we are not going to have over here because like 60% of you guys are going to be scratching your head. Anyways, we are going to have another podcast on spoken English where we are going to take your suggestions, note it down in the comment section. Other than that, the recent topics, what do we have over here? Should I pull something up on the internet?
Which one do you want, like that about the comment one or the video one which we saw today?
Yeah, the video that we saw today. Okay, that girl who recently posted that this and this happened with her. What should I type on YouTube?
Gwalior MP girl. Viral video. MP girl. Just type it up. MP girl viral video. You got it?
Single girl MP. What is this? No, I don't think that. Okay, let me type few more things.
Yeah, just put that video, no?
I think religion conversion or something.
Yeah, we should tell it, no. Like, why to watch it?
No, because we want to pull up the comment section, no? We do not have any problem with the...
I have that in my phone.
Okay, you already have, then pull that up.
Yeah.
So, I'll tell you the basic story.
Yeah, you just tell the story.
A girl... it was love marriage, no?
Yeah.
So, a girl and a guy, I think, ran away from their houses and...
Girl went to Jaipur, like for some event. She fell in love with a guy, like who seemed like Hindu guy only.
Yeah, definitely. He was showing himself as a Hindu guy.
There.
And then he took her to Kashmir, and turns out that he was not Hindu. He was Muslim. That is not the problem. The problem was that he tried to forcefully convert that girl's religion and also did a lot of abuse. Yeah. Right? Now this girl puts a video. She has no other way. The police is not listening to her, and she puts a video online, and that is perfectly fine. That is the beauty of online world, that she can get attention in that sense. The main problem is the comment section, and until she read few of the comments out, I had no idea that this will be the response by the public of this country. Right? So it is completely having things like, whatever, it happened good only because you ran away from your parents and all that. Right, Komal? So you have some comments?
Yeah. Yeah, like some people were saying that this one. Wait. Pyar, mohabbat, love, sab farebi hai. You just read it out, no?
No, I'll pull it up on computer screen also, if I can get the name. But I cannot get the name. Okay, Gwalior, Jammu Kashmir. Okay, this is the keyword that I'm going to use. Yeah. You read it out for the audience.
Yeah, you just exited that screen. Now I have to go. Yeah, Pyar, mohabbat, love, sab farebi hai. I'm recommended all person. Marriage is very important decision of life. माँ बाप की खुशी हो तो शादी करो. Do you think that?
See, the problem is, the comment section is filled with people opposing. Okay, a girl has to go through so much, and she has the guts to actually come out to public. Like, it is not like this is the only girl who is facing this.
One more thing. Should I add one more thing, Ashish?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll read out 3 to 4 comments and I'll read out again, right? So it's like, लड़की को तब ये नहीं पता था जब उसके साथ थी, अब जाके मीडिया में टीआरपी बना रही है.
Okay, I got the exact video. Okay.
It's so bad.
So see, the reason why we are discussing this is that please understand how bad times the girl has to face, and after that she has the guts. Like I was saying, that it is not the only girl who is facing something like this. Obviously this has been happening for a long time. Yeah. Okay. And then she has the guts to bring it out to media and
just read this comment.
No, I'm having in front of me also.
No, just read this one.
वेरी गुड. थोड़ा प्यार माँ बाप से कर लेती तो ये नौबत ही नहीं आती. But I'm terrible at reading. Okay.
He always asks me to read out something. Whenever something is worth of reading, he'll ask me to read it up for him.
But माँ बाप को कौन सुनाता है?
हिंदी में तो बिल्कुल कुछ नहीं होता इससे.
अब तो खुद ही चुन लो. Okay, whatever. Okay, the basic point is that the top comments are filled with people actually opposing her. In front, like that girl makes a video, posts it online, expecting support, and this is what she gets.
Exactly.
Do you think there will ever be other girl who is going to come up like this? That is the problem why girls do not express what they are going through.
She's an inspiration for all the girls who is suffering with all these things. Because
first of all, people are saying that you ran away, and some people are even saying that she did not even know. She was tricked. She was fooled. Yeah, it is a scam.
You know, one person stooped so low that he said, "तुम्हें तो मर जाना चाहिए."
Yeah, they like, what is cybercrime police and all that doing?
Yeah.
Like, these people should get some punishment or the other.
And before 1 week only, I told you, Ashish, that Bangalore people are facing some riots or like that because someone has put some post against Muhammad Prophet like that,
okay.
right? Prophet or something like that, and then riots begin. And what about these things? Nobody will take a step up for these kind of issues, right?
So I think now the issue is outside. I'm pretty sure that they will be doing something
they have
or the
taken
other.
actions. No, Gwalior, SPNL, all they have contacted with the Jammu Kashmir's higher authorities. Now she they have arrested the family also. The 12 members. She has accused 12 members that they. We also saw the video in which she was completely harassed and that father-in-law attacked her with an axe on her neck around that area, and that was kind of disheartening to see such things going around in world, right? And
actually, the first few comments are not that bad.
no, they deleted that, Ashish.
Okay, they deleted that.
I just noticed now they deleted that.
Okay, it is on Lalan Top, right?
Yeah, earlier it was like that. Earlier when I was reading it out, it was full of filthy comments, right? But now I didn't find it that bad.
Yeah, I think the only comment that they have left is Pyar Mohabbat Sab Farebi.
Yeah, like so they have deleted that. I saw that.
Now the comments are pretty good only.
Yeah.
But I'm sure that it will be down somewhere.
Yeah, so it
but
can be the case.
A lot of people are appreciating her, also proud of her. She has brave and all.
Now because they have deleted the comments, so only highlighted comments.
You're dead sure that it was the same video, right?
Yeah, it was the same video. I had that in my history. No, I opened it from there only, right?
Like, what kind of animals will put something like that? And there are so many of them that it is becoming top
comment. No, the problem
comment.
is that, okay, some incident happened.
Okay, let us say it is her mistake. Okay, let us say. Just assume. Does she deserve to get this?
Yeah, does she deserve to get to get hanged, to get death, right? And you people are passing such comment that people.
Now, surely the audience of this podcast are not passing such comments. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, there are people in this country only who are doing that.
Do you think like you are saying that अगर तुम अपने माँ बाप की मर्जी से शादी नहीं करोगे? What if someone is doing arranged marriage and end up facing the same scenario which she is having?
It happens a lot because of the dowry and all.
Scenes.
I know a lot
I
of them
have seen that
also.
with my eyes going around me because I belong to Haryana, and dowry thing happens at such
almost openly, right?
Yeah, and at such a pace that everyone is misusing this thing. Like girls are misusing it, boys, like the family who has taken dowry, they are misusing it, like also like demanding for dowry, more and more dowry, right? And girl also accusing their in-laws, like sometimes girl accuses their in-laws that okay, they have not taken dowry, now they are harassing me because they want me to have some dowry from my father's side, right?
Arranged marriage also goes
like that only. I've seen that. So it is not about arranged marriage or love marriage or Hindu Muslim.
It's not
right?
about religion either.
Yeah, I have seen comments, people are saying like Hindu hai, Muslim hai, ye hai. If like she would have ended up marrying a Hindu guy only, I'm pretty sure 50 to 60% comments would be like, oh, proud of you, girl, like that. I'm still proud of her, but I have problem with that. Why are you including religion in that? Why are you not saying that? Okay, why are you just trying to deviate the topic that just because she did love marriage, that's why that happened to her? It's not the case.
And actually, she did not even know. The guy completely fooled her, right?
Yeah.
Right. So she took a step. Okay, sometimes it works. There are a lot of love marriages that do not work. Okay.
Yeah, a lot of even more arranged marriages are there that do not work. Right.
But anyways, we wanted to talk about the nasty comment section. Please, if you are one of those, it is time for you to change, because your comments do matter. Okay, it can influence someone's life.
Yeah.
Okay, it is not that small deal. And over time, I'm pretty sure that there are actions going to be taken, I think by YouTube also, that people who are putting such comments, because right now we are like wild west of online media. Okay, rules are not set, so people are doing whatever they want to do, and a lot of people are frustrated that they are having some issues in their life and acha ye hua and all that. But how that affects, okay, a person, that girl is going to read some of those comments. Okay, so you have to take care of that. Okay?
Exactly.
Anyways.
Don't make this world a worse place.
Yeah,
right?
why to spread
make
hatred?
this world a happy place.
Yeah, if you cannot contribute, why to destroy what is already there?
Yeah, just try to think deep. Like, why people are so sensitive nowadays, Ashish, that they'll say anything that will come in their head, right? They'll say anything. They'll like, if something, like, if you do not know the the complete scenario, the complete thing of that, so how can you pass comment on that? Right? So sometimes media shows fake thing also.
Yeah.
You do not know.
Yeah, and if you do not know, it is none of your business.
Yeah.
Stay away from it.
Yeah.
Right?
So okay.
The second topic, there's something else also. No, I think there was a DM to you on Instagram.
No, that was a comment on YouTube by a girl, right? She said that some of the boys, like, she had the account. Some of the boys, okay, I am going to be allowed now.
Yeah.
So okay, so some of the boys took her picture, like stole her picture from one of her Instagram feed, right? So what they did, like, they posted it on their account and
made a new account, posted it over there.
Yeah,
almost
on
seemed like
their
her
account, like with her friends, right? And they started using the abusing language and everything, like very embarrassing things, which a girl would never imagine to have that on her feed or something like that. Fine. So that girl got panicked, right? She also reported
How
that.
old is she?
I don't know the age.
Okay, she
but
reported where?
Like Instagram only, like reported the Instagram
yeah,
only.
that
She
does
was
not
asking
work.
Yeah.
That does not work, reporting and all. We have also tried that.
Yeah, we have reported many accounts, but that does not
It happened
work.
to me. I'm going to tell you the story.
Yeah, so listen to it. No, so what will happen now? What happened then? Basically, that girl got scared that what will happen to me now, that I'm very much scared that something bad happens to me. I also close my account for some days, right? So I'm very much panicked now. What will happen if that boy is, obviously they must be knowing me, or they can do anything, right? This can be a threat also.
It is threat, clear cut.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think, what should a girl do, Ashish? What do you think? Then I'll comment on it.
See, a girl or guy, regardless of that, should make a public post and ask as many people
She
as
did that. She
Yeah.
asked some of her friends to
That is the
report
first
that.
step.
Yeah, that is the first
Report
step.
is perfectly possible, but you make that clear that there's a fake account. That is what I also did when someone made. Should I tell that story first, or you want to add
First
something?
we should complete
you
it,
tell
then
me.
we should go that.
That is what I think. You should definitely report it, and a lot of people reported that account back when it happened to me also. But I do not think that report really works in this big of a crowd. Okay.
But I think, Ashish, one more thing, like, if you, like, especially girls,
You
should
can
take
go to
it
police or
seriously.
something.
You should definitely report it to police, because this can be a serious threat also, right? So, like, you don't know about the guy on other side. He must be taking it on ego that, okay, that my account, obviously that account is going to be closed, his account, right? So if his account gets closed, so maybe he's going to take it on ego that how can she do like that, how can she report like that, and can, if he knows her personally also, or like by other means also, indirectly also, like, he can do anything, right? You basically, you are under threat, so you should definitely report it to police, right?
Yeah.
So that's the best step you can take. And you should be more conscious of yourself whenever you are going out, like, for some time.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. I mean, every place in this world is not safe. Like, majority of the places are not safe. You have to take care of yourself.
You should move with some like compass or like that, with pen, with very sharp, like that.
We
so
always
that can
say
help you
pepper
out.
spray and
pepper
all that,
spray or something
right?
like that. So these things can help you out.
Yeah.
Right?
So I'll tell that incident. I think it happened November 2019.
Yeah.
Okay. So some most likely guy, boy or girl, I don't know, completely made a fake account with my picture and 2 posts and a couple of followers. I do not know how many.
And he also used my picture also, no?
Yeah,
With
there was one picture in which I was with you. Okay?
Yeah.
And this is what he started doing. Most likely it was a guy. Okay.
Yeah.
Randomly, every girl that was in my follow list, very less people I follow compared to how many people follow me. Okay, there will be very less. I've reduced that considerably these days. But there will be very few girls who I follow. That means girls I know personally. Okay. And he texted every girl. Okay. When you get a message from an account that says Ashish and he just changed a little bit of the name, then you are not going to directly, every time you are not going to go and check the number of followers. You are going to respond back.
Yeah, exactly.
That is the thing.
Yeah.
Or you get a follow request from me with my face. That natural reflex is that accept, I know this person, maybe he made a new account, something like that. Right? So 2 girls, I know that they got that, and the rest they asked me first. Okay. 2 or 3 asked me first.
Yeah.
And out of that, he continuously messaged, and one got really deep and even did video call. Okay. And when she picked the call, and then there was his
one
face.
of your close one, right?
Yeah. His face was not clear.
Yeah.
And
lights were off.
He even asked, lights was on, or maybe he put something on the camera or something.
Yeah.
He even asked for some pictures. Okay. Her pictures, normal pictures only, and she even sent it.
Yeah.
And she was kind of dumb, but anyways,
that was not me.
Yeah, but she did not. You got at that time? Did you get a message? Also? You also got message from that account? No, right?
Obviously, I was smart. That's why he didn't do that.
Yeah. So that is the thing. So people do that kind. So immediately I made a post, told them that report it and all that.
Yeah.
But it happens a lot. Okay, and it happened to me because there were huge number of following, but it generally happens to girls only. Okay. And this is also something, being around among boys, I know that a lot of guys will be making fake account of a particular girl, texting another guy who is their friend only. And then that guy will be thinking, okay, that girl is texting me, and he will be actually having conversation with his own friend.
That happens a lot of
times, right?
So teenagers usually do such type of things, right?
It happened. Okay. And that guy, you know what, I'll tell you, this is a very funny story. So that guy talked to him with his friend only by the name of another girl for like 2 to 3 months. And then finally he said that I'm going to meet. And then when he met, now he found out that it was his friend only. Yeah. And they said that he's going to be just embarrassed or something like that. He said that I'm going to commit suicide. Okay. And he ran away. Okay. And what they did, they immediately went to his father. Okay. And said that so and so things have happened. Basically got brutalized by his father, that this is what you guys do. And then the guy says that it was a prank. For a prank, I was not actually going to commit a suicide.
It's the same thing we saw in Hostel Days, no? On the Amazon, Hostel Days, that video.
Okay,
that show.
What was there?
One of the TV
like
that boy,
I don't,
very close friend of that guy only. He was texting him only. Considering the fact that like pretending like that is from his crush. Like his crush is messaging him. And in fact his close friend is messaging him only.
Now I remember.
I remember that. So that happens a lot. So basically, what is the thing? You should put the different profile picture than the one you have in your feed, right? If you have any open account.
Oh yeah, that is a very good tip. I have never thought of that. Yeah, because you cannot get high definition of that, right? Exactly. Don't put it in your feed. Okay, smart.
Basically, I'm proof smart.
Yeah. No wonder you got like 99% in your 12th board.
99% does not mean that people who got 99%, 90%, they are smart.
You know, I used to be a scientist and shit also, long back. Back in the 80s. Okay, anyways, guys, this is the end of this podcast. I hope that you liked it, you enjoyed it. And this, if you're listening to it on audio platforms, the video version will be available on YouTube Amalgam channel. And if you're watching us on YouTube, then the video version is also available. Some guys, some boys or girls prefer that. Some ladies and gentlemen like to listen to us only while they're doing their stuff, multitasking as we call. And that's about it. We are going to end it. Do suggest your topics down in the comment section. Do let us know about your problems down in the comment section. We are going to take care of those things in the upcoming podcasts.
Even if you are going to criticize anything, whatever you found offending, please do it constructively.
Do it like a good person,
a man or a woman.
Okay, that's
or
about
in
it.
Between.
Whatever you prefer yourself as.
Yes.
Do it like your father will see it and be proud of that. Okay. That's about it.
Yeah.
See you next time. Till then, bye.
Bye. Take care. Bye bye.
प्रेम सही है सही है Hello everyone. Hello everyone, this is Ashish and today I'm bobbing and weaving Komal's punches and today we are going to have देखो ये तुम्हारा पैर लग रहा है इससे
Oh shit. ठीक है.